What people may not realize from Meghan's new video, Sussex again blames Spotify for the failure. Now it's been reported that Meghan Markle is blaming Spotify for, oh yeah, you guessed it, her failure. They weren't given any formal lay of the land to start things, so they were already on unsteady ground even before the ink was dry on that contract. It was all because of the red tape between Spotify and the Sussexes. Same broken record as always. The two of them never want to take responsibility for anything. It's never their fault. They will never own up to any of their mistakes. Nobody taught Meghan how to curtsy properly. Nobody taught her how to sing the national anthem. Nobody taught her about protocol. The list goes on and on. Meghan completed that podcast series after almost 2 years with 29 staff members, including the producer, Rebecca Sinanes, who claimed that Meghan took credit for other people's work and unlimited assistance by Spotify as well. Even so, she threw Spotify under the bus the first chance she got. It's the usual blame game that those two love to play. I mean, there are a couple of charlatans, or as Bill Simmons, Spotify's head of global sports strategy, said last month, the couple of grifters. Based on this, why should other corporations trust them? Meghan didn't even bother to show up for most of the later interviews. Instead, she made a staffer do it, and then she would add her own voiceover in later. How much lazier can one person be? Why is Netflix still putting up with them? Well, because they think they're going to get something from Harry's Heart of Invictus series, but I don't know what exactly they think they're going to get. We already know Meghan and Harry don't care about those soldiers, and I don't believe the soldiers even want them there. There's not going to be any other member of the royal family there. Perhaps this will be the wake-up call that Netflix needs in order to finally get rid of the two of them. Because there actually are veterans involved in this, I don't really want it to fail. But knowing that nasty parasites are just using the misfortune of these poor veterans as props to line their own pockets is absolutely disgusting, and it goes against everything that humanity stands for. Why Meghan is even involved in this, I don't understand. It's supposed to be Harry's project. Why can't she just stand to the side and allow him to actually do something? And if they know that Meghan Markle is going to be a part of the project, I'm guessing even fewer people are going to watch it. Oh yeah, it's Harry's baby, where he demanded payment from the charity for his appearance. The thing about it is, they did not need him to make that appearance anyway. All that was necessary was experienced veterans discussing the event and what it means to them and the injured veterans too. Harry's presence is wholly unnecessary. He doesn't need to give Invictus his status. The veterans are the status. And especially not Harry, because just look at what he did to the Queen and his country. He's not a role model. The people who really sponsor the event are going to have figured out that Harry is a distraction. He's not going to attract anybody to it. That man baby is doing nothing to help the cause. When Meghan and Harry are finally no longer involved, then I hope somebody else steps up to help. If Harry has not realized at this point the poison that he has attached himself to, then I'm afraid things are not going to get any better for him or anybody who's connected to him. Travelers got rid of him too, and now they've regrouped. Unfortunately, he is doing this because he needs that money from Netflix. Harry was supposed to be going on his own, but yesterday I read that Meghan's planning to tag along. Now, I don't know if it's true. It could just be more PR nonsense to get more attention for Meghan. I do hope the information is wrong, though. Invictus is a charity that Harry has been involved with basically from the beginning. In fact, I think at one point at least, he really did care about the veterans and the charity. But then Meghan entered the scene and things went downhill from there. She just always has to be the center of attention, doesn't she? And it's because she's a narcissist. She cannot handle having somebody else in the spotlight. In Meghan's mind, she really is convinced that she is the most important person in the world. She's the most beautiful, the most intelligent. Why wouldn't everybody want to have something to do with her? And that is even why she would walk in front of her late majesty, and she took flowers that were supposed to be for the Queen. But anyway, back to the main issue. This is an opportunity for Harry to try to get back a little self-respect, and if Meghan comes, she's gonna ruin the entire thing. Netflix is crazy to allow her to go. The last Invictus Games was really messed up because she insisted on being involved. She introduced Harry with some kind of slushy words, there was all that PDA, and she read her stupid book to those poor kids. So she got herself a lot of attention, but the competitors lost out. If she had any dignity whatsoever, she would stay home in the US. I remember when they ran away from the UK, they, along with Amazon, were hosting and organizing an event at the Hollywood Bowl. Stars had already committed, and all of a sudden it was canceled for that Netflix deal. But I'm guessing Amazon is thanking their lucky stars that they managed to escape. And Spotify probably wouldn't have canceled them if they had shown any bit of talent or work ethic. The grifters were lucky to get whatever money they did from the deal, but they've remained so ungrateful and angry because of their own mistakes. I mean, how entitled can two people be? Sometimes it's pretty difficult for a big corporation to eat a big old slice of humble pie and admit to a big mistake, but Spotify did that, and then they dumped the two of them. Netflix may have to come up with a different but equally creative way to uncouple themselves from those two. Invictus is actually pretty good for the injured veterans, but it needs to be a project only for Harry, no self-centered narcissistic Meghan involved. She's going to make it all about her instead of those veterans. She is ruining all of Harry's good effort. The program was actually incredibly successful before Meghan came along and tried to make it all about her. She's destroying it for so many people out there. I mean, Invictus without Meghan would be a much better thing, but how would it look if Netflix decided to dump them before Heart of Invictus even comes out? Now, if Heart of Invictus fails, then I'm afraid Meghan and Harry are certainly done for with Netflix. And they're probably going to be calling them grifters too. WME is wanting to do some serious talking up of Heart of Invictus to keep Meghan and Harry relevant. Her name also always has to come first, let's not forget. I can't help but wonder how much money it's costing Invictus this year alone just to have Meghan around. I remember when Meghan became a member of the royal family, she refused to accept the help that was offered to her by the late Queen. She claimed that she already knew everything she needed to know because Harry told her. And then in that interview they did with Oprah, Meghan had the nerve to claim that there are no Duchess classes when you enter the royal family. Honey, they tried to help you, you didn't want the help. And it seems like maybe Harry didn't understand very much about living in the royal family either, just like neither he nor Meghan knows much at all about producing content for a streaming service. Who is surprised by this, though? Harry never had to learn how to do anything on his own, and Meghan would take advice. Oh yeah, right. Is it any wonder they failed? And it's not only that other corporations wouldn't be able to trust them. If you ask me, I think they could easily diminish existing big brands by being the face of them. Rumor had it they were going to become the brand ambassadors for Dior, but this was only going to hurt Dior. They wouldn't be that stupid to get involved with them. There was absolutely no chance whatsoever of Meghan ever becoming a Dior brand ambassador. I know her PR team tried to spread that rumor, but we didn't believe it, and Dior basically immediately came out and denied that there was any question of talks with Meghan Markle. Maybe Harry wore a Dior suit to the coronation, but it was all wrinkled, and nobody ever mentioned that he was going to be the face of the company. And actually, Dior is the same company that stuck by Johnny Depp when other corporations dropped him after that horrible woman told so many lies about him. And you, what do you think about this news? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments. If you preferred our video this evening, don't be afraid to like and share it with anyone else who would need it anytime you want.